Hey guys, it's Gameface and welcome back to episode 8 of my Newcastle career. Now in today's episode, we've got ourselves some tough games to play. The first game is going to be against Everton in the league for us to play. Then just a few days later, 3 days later in fact, we've got a game against Arsenal, a massive league game for us to play. And then a week after that, a game against West Ham as well. So 3 tough league games to play as well. And what makes it even tougher is the fact that we are on a much harder difficulty. At the end of last episode, due to some really good results that we had in a row, I decided to increase the difficulty yet again. So we're going to step things up another level or two in today's episode. It's going to be very, very tough. We'll see how we cope with it. So we might have to adapt the difficulty yet again. We'll wait and see what the results look like. Before we get into today's episode though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Let's crack on with today's episode. This game against Everton, and this is the team I'm going to go with. Usual goalkeeper starts, Yedlin, Lascelles, Loen, and Plattenhart in defence as usual. Moreno comes in for John Joe Shelby, who got himself an injury last episode. Got Sissoko, Amari, Diame and Richie in midfield as well, with Slimani starting up front. So a 4-1-4-1 formation here against Everton. They are 4th in the league at the moment. We're currently top of the league. If they win, then they will go a little bit closer to us, but they'd still have a game in hand anyway. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. Hopefully we can get ourselves a victory, but that change of difficulty could really make things very, very difficult. We'll wait and see how difficult. Okay, then, this is going to be the most difficult game that I've played on FIFA in terms of, like, slider difficulty. It's obviously well in the opposition's favour now, so we'll wait and see how he gets on. Also, apologies about the kits. It's a tough selection, to be honest. I couldn't really decide what kits to give both teams, but I've gone with these two to hopefully give the best contrast. Let's see how we get on. Everton obviously with a good few players, a good team in general, but dependent really on the performance and how much they're going to cause us some issues in this game. We're really going to have to be on the ball in this game. That started well, but we're going forward here with Yedlin. Go for a cross into the back post just over Matt Ritchie. Great chance for us very early on there. Plattenhart will recover and get himself a throw-in here. Good chance. Unfortunate Matt Ritchie just coming into the box a little bit too early, in fact. Should have just stayed at the back post. Got to try and win it back in midfield here. They are playing it quite risky, but it's worked for them here. Chance, or just put wide there. Really good opportunity as well for Wayne Rooney on his left foot. And Everton so far probably just about gone the closest. Oh, come on. It's got to be a card. That's a terrible challenge from Funes Mori. It's a yellow card as well, and quite rightly. Really bad challenge on Slimani. Could have been injured. Luckily not. That's it for the first time. Still drawing the game 0-0. This is the only concern, obviously, with changing the difficulty. Sometimes you're going to have situations where you cancel each other out. That's what's happening a lot of the time. It's a lot of it in midfield. We are creating chances, both of us, and I certainly see there being at least a goal in this game, but it does seem like a lot of time is spent just each of us sort of losing the ball and winning back the ball in midfield. So that might be the only concern, but other than that, I think it has been a much more competitive match. Everton's still having a couple of chances, but I'd say we have probably had most of the ball in their half, if I was to put it one way. Slimani now going with a chance, and a good opportunity saved by Pickford. What a chance that was as well. I think it was the left back that got forward. Yedlin gets himself on the overlap. Slimani has to get in the box now. Good chance for Yedlin. What a ball in. But Pickford does a really good job. He had to get there as well. Maybe a little bit too close to the keeper in the end, but such a good opportunity there because we did have bodies getting into the box. Chance. Oh, just wide. Really good opportunity for Everton again. 30 minutes to go. I still think there's a goal in this game, but I'm not too sure which way it's going to go. Really depends how many players Everton throw forward. Sissoko into Amari. Still going here, Sissoko. Moreno. Now to Diame. Chance for Matt Ritchie. Is he onside? Matt Ritchie to shoot. Oh, what a save, Jordan Pickford. He's pulled that one out of the bag, and that is a great save as that. 25 minutes left. Unbelievable that he's managed to get something on that, but obviously he has to change to the sliders for you, and that's something we have to deal with and try and find a way past the goalkeepers now. First two changes, Kennedy and Perez both come on. We're going to take off Amari and Matt Ritchie, freshen the legs up a little bit in the midfield in particular, and we'll see how that goes. 25 minutes left. Hopefully enough in those two changes to do something, but let's wait and see. Oh, that's good. Slimani going to look and try and play Sissoko, but he's late to make a run. Just about gets there though. Sissoko's still going, going to have to shoot. What a save. Followed up by Diame. It's a goal, 1-0. We've really had to fight for it, but we've found a way in front in this game. And it's Diame at the back post there. He managed to nod in a rebound. What a switch to Sissoko. Just has enough strength to bully the defender off it. Saved by Pickford initially, but no one's going to stop that rebound. Fantastic stuff, and quite rightly we go in front as well. Just about edged it in this game. It's been very, very close, very difficult match. But we've got ourselves just about in front here, and the captain's done it for this game. Let's see now, can we hold on? Can we maybe even add a second if Everton start to push more and more players forward? Can we hit them on the break? Let's wait and see. It's going to be very tough. Oh no, don't give it away there. That's not good at all. Just trying to pick out Moreno. Niasse keeps hold of it. Oh, they're still going. They're going to score here. Oh, just like I did enough to block it in the end, and 10 minutes left. Let's make the final change. This definitely isn't me panicking or anything. Definitely not. Clark comes in, Moreno goes off. He obviously goes in as part of the 5 at the back. So that's a 5-4-1 type formation. 10 minutes to go. We're going to have to sit in a little bit more now and see how we get on. Sam Allardyce is going to make a change as well. Change his striker as well. So Niasse's actually had quite a good game, I thought, but he's just been taken off here for some fresh legs. Can we clear this away? The first time of asking. Come on. Doesn't happen often to us, but let's see whether we can. And eventually cleared. Why are we heading it back into the danger zone, Slaney? What are you doing? A few minutes left. They're throwing everyone forward. We've got to protect our defence a lot better, and it's a chance here for Calvert-Lewin. He's going through with that pass into Keane, who goes down. No penalty given, luckily. We went into the back of him a little bit, but referee didn't give anything, and we might just have survived. Come on. Only a few minutes left. Let's just try and keep all the possession and get going forward again if we can. Chance of Perez down this right-hand side. Going to cut it back inside, go for a cross into that post for... Oh, the left back again going forward. What's he doing? We'll happily take it though. Diaby takes it down in his chest, but cleared, and that's it. A 1-0 victory against Everton. Hard fought, but another 3 points for us, and even the massive change of difficulty wasn't enough to beat us here. We did enough in the end, and we were resilient enough in defence as well to prevent the Everton attacks. Deserved victory, I'd say, just about, but it was a very close game. Yeah, 9 shots, 7 on target actually suggests that it was not as close as I expected. Certainly seemed like they were in our half a lot towards the end of the game, but like I say, we did enough and deservedly won. Got ourselves some transfer offers in here after this game, both of them for Gamez, and this one from Brighton, and one from abroad as well from the Spanish division. So we'll have a look at them, 1.5 million and 1.25, just basically trying to get rid of him. We accepted the 1.5 one before, and to be honest, we'll accept the same one for Brighton here. Are we going to accept this one though? No, we'll delegate. I'm just going to ask for 1.5. Yeah, pretty clear on that one. Okay, so this game now against Arsenal, having to make plenty of changes, having played 3 days ago. We've got the goalkeeper the exact same though, we've got Yedlin the same, and Lacella's also the same as well, but Clark and Kennedy coming into our defence. Moreno at holder midfielder yet again with Murphy, Hayden, Perez and Atsu in midfield. Hayden playing against his former club, of course, and Dwight Gale starting up front. So we've got maybe more sort of pace out wide and up front. And that's kind of how we're going to have to play, I think, on the counter-attack in this game. Very tough match against Arsenal. Llewellyn on the bench, Plattenhart, Amory, Ritchie, Sissoko, Slimani and Hosselu all on there, giving us plenty of different options. No Diame for this game. He'll be rested, ready for the next match. Let's see how we get on. Very, very tough game. Arsenal, obviously, very good players, a good team in general, and even though we are on a good run, we've changed the difficulty, and so, yeah, things can definitely happen in this game. We'll wait and see what does happen. I think this will give us a better idea of exactly how the rest of the season is going to go, since we've changed the difficulty. Okay, then here we go for this game against Arsenal at the Emirates. Let's see how we get on, try and get ourselves a good victory. If the last game was anything to go by, this could be quite a tough game, because Everton certainly did come on to us in the early stages, and did try and make things really difficult. They've really pressed us as well, and we nearly lost it a few times at the back. Got to be careful about that happening in this game. Hopefully the extra man in midfield should be okay, and should help us out a little bit. Hopefully there's an extra man in there should be. Perez running forward, waiting for the right pass, and played straight to Mustafi in the end. Good to play early on though. Arsenal now on the ball. Chance to play that pass through to Hayden. Hayden going to shoot from this angle. It's a ridiculous angle, but Atsu wasn't expecting it. And neither was I, and that was so close, so close. I just expected the keeper to deal with it, but it found its way through to Atsu, who's trying to shoot from a very tight angle, even tighter than the Hayden angle, and of course goes into the side netting. But such a good start to the game, very lively start, so I thought we'd scored. Good chance here for Arsenal, have opened us up. Oh, I thought they'd scored. Really thought they'd scored there. I don't know how they haven't as well. It's a bad miss. They've hit the post, and they've still got the ball, actually giving it back to them, which wasn't good, but Hayden wins it back off them. Oh, played straight to us there, into the path of Dwight Gale, who doesn't have loads of support, still going, finds Dwight Gale. Oh, that was unbelievable. How have we even kept hold of the ball there? Petr Cech with a great save, though. Dwight Gale with a strike on his left foot. I'll tell you what, we've had the better chances here, but Arsenal making things difficult for us, other than the fact it just gave us the ball in a great position there on a plate. But other than that, they have made things very tricky, pressing us constantly, and we're having to really play on the counter-attack, but that was a good chance for us yet again. Out for another corner. Murphy to deliver. Try and put it in another dangerous zone if we can. Clark's in there, flicks on, and that should be cleared by Holding. Or not. Moreno wins it back. And Moreno's going to go for a cross on his right foot. It's a good ball in. Tricky header from Clark, who remained forward, but Cech saves comfortably. No, 1-0 Arsenal. Against the run of play, we've been the better team so far, no doubt about that in my eyes, but you can see the quality they have and how quickly they pass it in the final third. And it's the youngster that's got the goal as well. I've never seen them celebrate like that with Arsene Wenger before. Not particularly realistic. Arsene Wenger actually moved when he celebrated, which is unusual. But yeah, good goal. To be fair, they've opened us up there. I mean, it's a good quality finish, good goal in general, good build-up play. Of course, we can hopefully try and stop those sort of things happening in the future because we really allowed them through a little bit too easy. But overall, I can't really have complaints about the quality of the goal. It's more the fact that to get someone to play. Oh, don't know what that sort of spin around there was from Atsu. A bit theatrical, but we've won ourselves a free kick and got Chambers booked as well. So maybe the spin around was worth it, but very bizarre. Let's watch that one again. What's with the little pirouettes? What's that all about? Oh, so strange, but a free kick anyway. It's going to be Atsu to whip this one in as well. It's in a really, really good area. Just whether we can actually deliver it into someone like Hayden. Let's get that ball going in now. Oh, it's a good ball in as well, but a bit too close to Petr Cech, who comes out and punches away. But that would have been really nice if he kept on his line. Unfortunately for us, he didn't. Moreno waiting for Dwight Gale or somebody else maybe. Chance here to play this over to Atsu, takes a touch, shoots and scores it. We've equalised down the stroke of half time and it's probably deserved as well. We've had a good few chances and it's Atsu that gets the goal and it's really, really good. We've just overloaded them a little bit on the left hand side here. We dragged him in there. The fullbacks, I think Chambers, has gone way too inside and has allowed Atsu a lot of free space there to shoot. I actually expected us to miss, but it goes in just about and it's now 1-1, just approaching half time and we've got ourselves back to level terms. Yep, so there we are into the break, 1-1, very happy about that. Arsenal making things very tough for us though. Saying that, the defence I think still looks pretty weak. So that's definitely their weakness in their team. You can see they've not had that many chances going forward, but their attack does look quite strong. It looks very quick. But as long as we can get into them quick and make sure they don't have long spells of the ball, then I'm hoping we should be okay. But it's whether we can get ourselves a second that I do worry about. Aubameyang still going. Good opportunity here. Ribery on this left-hand side. Didn't even realise he was playing. Still going to make sure he doesn't get a cross in. Trying to turn us, but still going. Comes inside for Wilshere, shoots, and it's on target, to be fair to him. Has he put over the bar. Really, really good strike from Jack Wilshere. Out for a corner, 5 minutes in. Ribery's going to deliver this. And can we clear it away, please? Yes, we have. Well done. Still a chance here for Ozil. Well played. Just managed to defend that properly. Arsenal have certainly started off the second half the better of the two teams. But a counter-attack here up to Dwight Gale. This is what we wanted to try and do. Gale up here by himself. Going to have to shoot. Saved by Cech. Maybe could have waited for some more support, but didn't really see any other options. Yes, what a challenge. I love those sort of challenges. Well played, Hayden. He's been brilliant in this game, certainly making some sort of attempt to try and get into our starting 11 team more often. All three trainers, Joselu, Sissoko and Amory all to come on for the final 10 minutes. That means Perez, Murphy and Moreno all come off. Dwight Gale going to go play as a right mid now, literally just for his pace. We'll see how that goes. Running out of time to get a winner, but certainly be happy with a 1-1 draw. Arsenal being a very, very tough team to beat. And so actually I think a draw will be fairly decent for us actually. And obviously in real life and a realistic point of view as well, 1-1 is a pretty good result. But we're certainly not settling, there's still time left. They're just about to bring Lacazette on. We bring in Joselu, they bring on Lacazette. So let's see how we get on here. Yedlin deliver a ball into Atsu, off the bar. Oh my days, was it the bar, was it the post? I'm not really too bothered, but we were very, very close to going 2-1 up there. So close. And somehow it's remained out. It's a really good chance for Atsu. Unbelievably, managed to find some sort of headed chance for him. Wasn't expecting that, but Chambers comes forward, and goalkeeper will deal with it. Let's get going. Oh, that's a nasty challenge. That's what I want to see. As long as it's not a red card, of course. A yellow, okay, against his former club. Very late on there. Hayden gets himself a booking. Hopefully doesn't allow them a chance to score here. Probably too far out for that, but they can certainly lay it off or chip it in like this. Just clear it away. Come on. Go on, blow your whistle, ref. I'll take a 1-1. There we have it. 1-1 draw it finishes. Okay, it's 2 drop points, but actually in the grand scheme of things, I'm seeing it as a point gained. Arsenal, a very tough team, who had good chances in the second half, but was under a lot of pressure in the second half. in the first half. They certainly didn't deserve to take the lead, but it happened, and I thought we dealt with it pretty well. Obviously, a much better team than us in terms of individual players, but I think as a team, we looked much better at times during that game. We were opened up once or twice, and they could have scored that chance quite easily. So I think overall, a draw is probably fair. As you can see, chances very, very similar. They just edged on possession. That means if Tottenham win the next 2 games, they go in front of us and we drop down to second. We'll have to wait and see whether that happens. Man City with an opportunity also to close the gap to just 2 points as well. So that's good that it kind of makes things a little bit more competitive now. I'm sure that's going to happen more and more as we drop more points with the changes in difficulty. But that's good. I'm looking forward to that. Actually, it's going to be a real challenge, I think, over the next 3 episodes and, to be honest, to the end of the season now as well. We're going to do some play drills. Let's see how we get on this week. Try and get ourselves a little bit of growth if we can. No, just attributes going up this week, unfortunately, but still a pretty good week for that. Okay, they've come to an agreement for the Gomez deal. That means he could well leave for £1.5 million now. Depends whether personal terms can be agreed or not, but seems like it could go ahead. We'll just accept it and see what happens. Darlow wants to be loaned out. I think that could actually happen, to be honest. I'm more likely being sold, but we'll wait and see when we get into the January transfer window. And then the third choice goalkeeper will be that guy from the Youth Academy, Martin, 65 overall. He's got 5 overalls already this season. So he'll be the third choice goalkeeper. I think he'll be ready in January to come in. And Gomez has finally been sold. Great news. Finally, personal terms don't break down. About time. So he goes to, the Spanish team. So I'm pretty happy with that. We got ourselves about £1 million, which is good considering he had 6 months left on his deal. Okay, this is the league table. Of course, Tottenham missed the chance to go in front of us. Instead, they decided to drop, I think 5 points there? So they literally lose and draw. Wait, let's have a look. They drew to Man City, so that's a tough game to be fair. And I think they lost the other game. So they missed the chance to go top, basically. They have narrowed the gap somewhat, but I think just by a point. So, yeah, really disappointing from them. I'm actually a little bit frustrated for them because I wanted more competition, but we'll see what happens after this game against West Ham. Let's change around the team a little bit. Okay, so this game now against West Ham to finish off today's episode. To be honest, it's quite a changed team again, but that's purely because we've got Man City in 3 days' time next episode. So, obviously, that's going to be very, very tough. And so we have made plenty of changes. The goalkeeper's been changed here. Mankio comes in at right back. Mbemba, Lewin and Plattenhart starting in defence as well. Gibson plays as our whole midfielder, giving it a go. I think he's got the right attributes that I'm looking for to play that sort of position in terms of physicality and breaking up play. Murphy's going to play on the right hand side. Amory, Perez and Richie also in midfield as well, with Dwight Gale up front. So he's going to have to be supported really by that 4 midfielders that he has. Just behind him is Dwight Gale, because we're going to need to get forward a little bit in this game and try and put West Ham under pressure. This is the bench I've gone with: Clark, Yedlin, Hayden, Atsu, Sissoko, Solani, Hosselu. Very strong, obviously. A lot of starting players there being rested for the City game. Let's see how we get on. Final game of today's episode. Let's try and end on a victory. But again, a very tough West Ham, a very strong team. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be a difficult one. Not really too sure which way this is going to go. I'll go with the away kit again, as much as I don't like it. Okay, then, let's game against West Ham. Let's see what they've got, and let's see how we get on and how we cope with it. Not really too sure what to expect at all here. Hopefully more of those sort of passes straight to us. That would be very helpful. But I guess we'll wait and see as the game goes on. Gibson as a holding midfielder will be interesting. Looking forward to that. Amory going to come forward and shoot. Saved easily by Adrian. Well played, Gibson, breaking up play fantastically there. And even though he's given away a free kick, he's just stopped the attack completely. Oh, good chance. It's 1-0. I have no idea how I haven't defended that. Really have no idea. The ball just goes right to our defender. And yet he doesn't do anything. It doesn't seem to allow me to kick the ball. Sam Byram hits it with his left foot. And somehow he scored. A very bizarre goal. It all starts obviously with Gibson losing it in midfield, but we have plenty of time to do more and win it back. And there we should just clear it with, what is it, Mbemba I think there? Just doesn't seem to get a foot in at all. Sam Byram just runs onto it and Mbemba does nothing. And very, very strange goal to concede. We're losing the game 1-0 and we conceded first again. It happens, but we're going to have to now react and hopefully get ourselves an equaliser. Amory. Now a good chance into Dwight Gale. Dwight Gale going to shoot off the bar. Really good chance. Difficult angle to shoot from, but we've done pretty well there to even get it anywhere near the target. It's a difficult fight at the back to break down, to be honest. We're going to see whether we can do it here with maybe a cross. Matt Ritchie looking to get on his left foot, and it's a good ball in, good chance. Oh, what an opportunity for Gibson. Diving header into that bottom left-hand corner, saved by Adrian though, unfortunately, but it's a really good run from our holder midfielder in this game. He has been one of the best players on the park, and that's still with giving the ball away and costing us a goal, basically, with one of the attacks. He's performed that well at everything else that he really has been fantastic, and he goes again, and unfortunately the shot doesn't find the corner. Saved. Oh my days. Did he just try an overhead kick? Who the hell's that? Luckily it goes wide. I thought it got in for a second. I panicked. Can't be embarrassed by an overhead kick, surely. That's one way to end the first half. We'll lose the game 1-0 still. Very interesting game though. Very competitive game yet again, due to also the change in difficulty. I think there's certainly players that can do better and improve. Amory certainly looks out of this game, really. He's not doing enough. Gibson's playing far better than he is. And so we need to look at that. I appreciate he's out of position, but so is Perez, so is Gibson. Those guys are giving it a lot. Doesn't feel like he's got the same ability to do that as those other two in there. So, yeah, a little bit disappointing performance from him so far, but let's see how we get on the second half. Got a feeling we can get ourselves an equaliser, but it's just whether we do get that little bit of luck. And we might even be through here. Someone's playing us onside. It's a chance for Matt Ritchie. We've scored. That's a bit of luck that we needed. It all comes from an injury from one of the centre-backs. Might be Font. I'm not really too sure. It might be Fonte there who's gone down. And he just allows us to basically all be played onside. And we take advantage of that, of course. Good sportsmanship. And we go through. Matt Ritchie takes a touch, shoots and scores 1-1. Who was it? Was it Fonte, I think? Yeah, it was. He's just gone to China in real life. Obviously not for the money. But yeah, really good finish from Matt Ritchie. 1-1, back at level terms. What a pass. How has he managed that? What an interception. That is from Perez. He's been all over the place in midfield as well. In a good way, that is. Him and Gibbs have been running the show in there for us. A chance for Gibson to get forward again. Bearing in mind he's a holder midfielder. And technically a left back as well. Oh, you ran the wrong way, Amory. Come on. I'm totally different wavelengths at the moment. Oh, what a challenge. What a challenge that is. The referee pulls it back. But I gave him everything there with that challenge. And I don't even think it's a booking either. Those are the best sort of challenges. Nearly injure the player and don't even get a card for it. Amory's going to come off here. We're going to have to change something up. We're going to bring on Hayden. He played fantastically well in the last game. I want to play him against Man City though, hence why he didn't start. But he's going to come on, play the final 30 minutes or so to try and sort of perk us up a little bit. We might have to make another change or two as well. Murphy running forward, a really good direct run. It's a great counter-attack. Murphy from a tight angle, saved by the goalkeeper. Going to be followed up, still remains 1-1, 25 minutes to go. Very much on the hunt for a victory in this game. Gale, look for that pass into Gibson. Go on, get the winner for us. Oh, that deflection, please. Yes, yes, it was a deflection. Murphy now going to put this one in. Come on. Oh, saved. Oh, no. What a save, keeper. Whew. Okay, here we go. Final 5 or 6 minutes now. Good chance for West Ham, luckily saved by the goalkeeper just about. Alfred Cornello, got to defend this. Noble to deliver, headed at the front post, luckily over the bar. Final 2 changes, Yedlin and Sissoko both to come on. We're going to take off Murphy and Perez. And yeah, we're going to see how we get on Yedlin at right mid there. Sissoko plays as centre mid for us. About 5 or 6 minutes to go. Hopefully enough in this team to get ourselves a winning goal still. But it's going to be a very tough end to this match. Could go either way. Could remain 1-1. We'll wait and see. Switching out to Matt Ritchie. Great pass. Matt Ritchie going to deliver in now for Hayden. Oh, what a save, goalkeeper. How has he managed that? Adrian with a brilliant save. Get across his line and do that was incredible. What a save. I have no idea how he's managed it. It's a great strike there from Hayden. Still remains 1-1. That could have been the winning goal. It might well end 1-1. That's it. It's a 1-1 draw. Not obviously the 3 points that we're after, but still a hard-fought victory. We could have won the game. We could have also lost the match as well, to be fair. And so a draw is maybe just the right result. I certainly say we probably edged it, as the stats suggest, so probably 2-1 would have been more fair, arguably. But again, another draw for us. We're going to have more of those draws because obviously the change of difficulty is getting more competitive, and a lot of it's happening in midfield, and sometimes there's fewer chances. In fact, it's probably seen a slight increase, I'd say, in today's episode, certainly for the opposition anyway. So it has been made much more competitive. And you go into every game not really knowing how you're going to get on. I quite like that. And so we're really fighting for every match here. However, the teams I'm competing with are not capitalising when we drop points for some reason. Spurs are must have drawn the game as well. Okay, all those teams drew, in fact. A lot of draws in that last run of fixtures. But yeah, it just seems like the teams below us are just not getting the points to try and catch up with us. Don't know what's happening with that. But we're halfway through the season. We're still top of the league. Spurs still 4 points behind us. City are as well. We play them next episode. Huge match. And that will really shake things up if we lose that game. But we'll wait and see what happens. Hopefully we don't lose it. Hopefully we can get something at least, but let's wait and see. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode. If we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at GameFaceHD and on Instagram at GameFaceHD as well. The links to that is in the description below. Just go ahead and click that link, and it's really quick and easy. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.